Max. So today's topic is using fantasy to choose empowering roles. So today you can see I have my lovely cheap ass witch hat on. I am embracing the cringe. I am learning that I flourish and do my absolute best when I am at peace with the cringe, when I let the cringe excite me and fulfill me and feels good, empowers me. So I thought it would be the perfect outfit for today's blog post. So, fantasy and reality. We are shifting, morphing organisms that are constantly changing, learning, exploring. However, even though we are these shifting, kaleidoscopic, ever-changing organisms, we still get stuck in rigid thinking and really unnecessarily strict boundaries with ourselves and our habits and our ways of approaching our, hobbies, our goals. So the exercise for today is to think about what your life would be like if you were in a totally different set of circumstances. So for me, my witch hat, my whole persona that I'm trying to embody is a priestess, a witch, kind of getting into that place where I'm actually empowered and comfortable. But you could choose anything, and I think that it's important to try to imagine different lives and different perspectives to reduce that rigidity. A lot of us might find that really difficult. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today is why that is so difficult for us. Rigidity is a protection mechanism. You are protecting yourself. Fight, flight, freeze, or fawn are all natural reactions to danger, to trauma. When I was more traumatized, less healed, less self-aware, I would wear anger and seriousness and whatever amount of social propriety or subcultural propriety I could muster to protect myself. I would wear masculinity, or what I perceived as masculinity, like armor. So for me, that was never wearing shirts and dresses, always wearing big baggy clothes. I still wear a lot of baggy clothes, but now I'm, kind of having more fun, dyeing my hair, kind of being more, I'm obviously talking to this camera, being more visible, which is still very stressful, but it's freeing. I used to be very hostile, volatile, defensive. I would harshly, vehemently criticize others and myself. Usually, one for one, too. So, if I look at a person, I'm like, oh, they're sloppy, and then I automatically think, fuck, I'm sloppy, too. Oh, that person looks ghetto. Oh, I probably look ghetto, too. So it's I don't know, we view the world as a mirror of how we view ourselves, our perception of it. So, but this is a way to try to protect you from harm. If you are, kind of judging yourself, you're able to take mitigating actions to prevent others from beating you to the punch, right? So, yeah, you can just embrace the silliness, and that beats them even more to the punch, because you're just good. I'm obviously still a work in progress, but purposely finding ways to have fun and act silly and expanding my space of comfort is extremely fulfilling and allows me to be creative and flexible in ways I didn't really ever experienced until recently. However, letting go of that rigidity can feel like dying, like it feels that dangerous. Letting go of these restrictions can make it feel like you're literally leaving your body, because in a way you are. You're leaving this safe space, even though this safe space is confining and toxic and like strangling your fucking soul. But you're emerging from a protective chrysalis. And if you're doing that, you might be soft and delicate, and that's very vulnerable. But you're able to, grow to that next step and be courageous, and it's very comforting once you kind of own that vulnerability. If you're around still a lot of like active abuse and toxicity, obviously it's harder. Abusers and haters and your own social standards and sense of pride, I guess, can really get in the way. It's up to you, like, what's most important, though. But if you're not in like a safe place to actively pursue your fantasy life and personas, like I'm very blessed to be able to do, you can just do this in your own head. You can do it in a journal. It doesn't have to be some big public thing. You can do this all in the safety of your own brain. So what about role fatigue? So I've talked before, not on my YouTube channel, but in my old blog about role fatigue. Role fatigue happens when we're trying to be too many people, trying to be too many things all over the place. And I'm not trying to encourage role fatigue here. It's more like role refreshment. Again, like you don't have to take this on as a job. It's supposed to be a bit of a break from, needing to be a professional, needing to be a band member, needing to be a parent, needing to be, a daughter, this, that, and the other thing. It's about, purposely having imaginative experiences, being kind to the inner child. Not even being kind to it, being tolerant, allowing it to exist. So the most important thing with this exercise is being absolutely shameless. Again, you can do this in the privacy of your own home, your own brain, so there's really no limits. So you don't have to choose something like effeminate or you could be Conan the Barbarian. It really doesn't matter. The idea is just to let your adult self have just a little bit of freedom, current role that you have. However, my suggestion here is to choose an empowering role. Again, someone strong, someone capable, famous artist, someone that is like super powerful, a god, because I feel like that has a real tangible effect on you, on your psyche, that sticks, So if you want to fill out, like I do have questions on my blog, www.witchwithanx.com. There's a link in the description. I'll read it all out loud for you, but I personally find stuff a little bit nicer to write down on my own time. But anyways, so you could do something that you're afraid to express in your real life. You could choose roles for certain purposes. You could choose a role that helps you stay fit or that makes you more money, or enhances your creative abilities. For for example, if you are into plants, you could imagine yourself as a famous botanist or a wise woman, medicine man, something like that. If you've neglected your guitar practice or fitness routine, you could pretend like you're Steve Vai practicing for 12 hours a day or a gymnast, or it's really, your imagination is the limit. But think about, like, be selfish. Think what you can, like, get from it too. So choose 5 roles for this exercise. So one of my go-tos is always gymnast. I don't know, I just love gymnastics, but I have no upper body strength, so I like that one a lot. Pick 5 and then go through each of these questions for each of those roles. So number 1, what is the best part of being this person? Number 2, what does this person feel like from day to day? Number 3, how does this person look, dress, act? Number 4, what kind of tools does this person need, or what kind of things do they make? What do they do? Number 5, how this person acts different from how you look, feel, and act? And number 6, what is one thing that you can do to bring this role into your regular, everyday life? So in conclusion, flexibility of the self is in very many ways freedom of self. I also want to point out, like, it's not disingenuous or posing to explore different aspects of your personality. Does not mean changing who you are. It does not mean, I don't know, catfishing or culturally appropriating or, being dishonest to who you are as a person or your ancestors or anything like that. It does, however, encourage you to look at your life and your problems and your perceptions and abilities in just a different perspective, and that can make a huge change, in my opinion. It's made my life a lot more fun and a lot more just exciting, because I can try something new tomorrow. You're a creative being by nature, and I think a lot of times we take away that freedom in order to be serious and be taken seriously and to make money and do all those stupid adult things that we need to do. But anyways, I hope that this was helpful for you. If you like me, check out my blog. I do have a couple of group courses coming up in September. I have Guitar for Witches. I've been a guitar teacher for about 15 years now. A long time. And I love combining a lot of, witchcraft kind of elements and meditation and stuff into how I teach guitar. I also have a occult songwriting group that will also be starting in September, which is for people that are a little bit more advanced or who are working on their own music and are wondering, how to connect spiritually more with music, how to use sound to, as an offering, as for different healing purposes, ritual purposes, how to, just kind of cast spells with your music and stuff, and that's also very exciting. So hopefully catch up with you at one of those places. Lots more stuff coming up, so if you like me, you do the thing, like and subscribe. So thank you very much for humoring me today. I will see you later. Bye-bye.